to Secret Sessions. This is the Full Melt Radio Show, a special edition of the Full Melt Show featuring Rick Thompson and Jamie Lowell, broadcasting live from Detroit at the location of the Secret Sessions, which is a traveling marijuana game party that's making a trip to Detroit in conjunction with the High Times Cannabis Cup taking place this weekend in Clio, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Lowell.
Hello. These people want to help legalize cannabis, and they want to have fun while getting a little high, and there shouldn't be anything wrong with that, and that's all that's going down here tonight with some good music and some good people and some vendors, and this is just an awesome experience so far.
You know, we've got some great cannabis personalities from around the state here. There's even a couple of people here from outside the state drawn in for the Cannabis Cup. And just a lot of companionship, friendship, a lot of good music, a lot of good times. There are a lot of people here with different products and companies showing off their small businesses, showing the breadth and the depth of Michigan's economic benefit from our cannabis community. And speaking of the cannabis community, Jamie Lowell is the co-founder of Third Coast Medical Marijuana Dispensary in Ypsilanti. Isn't that right, Jamie?
That's right, and we are here tonight with a table, but unlike some other places, and of course nothing wrong with this when I say this, but unlike some other places, we are not distributing anything, but we do have petitions for MI legalized for those registered to vote to sign so that we can get this on the ballot and put a lot of this ridiculousness to rest. And so we're having a good time here tonight, and we will be at the Cup tomorrow, and this is just a great pre-Cup experience so far. And Razor Ray Reyes has just joined us.
We have a peacock on the table here. We just about had a human cock out on the table just a second ago. And now we've got the big rooster, Razor Ray.
Hey, why don't you tell us, you've been walking around and feeling the place out a little bit. What's been going down?
Let me tell you something, man. A lot of medical, good medical, a lot of good medicine that was very impressive at very, very cool rates. And I just felt like, damn, this is the shit. This is like farmer's market.
You know, there's a ton of vendors out through here. We even have people with Kool-Aid. Isn't that right? Kool-Aid is badass. Come on around. Jump on our show. Tell us about your Kool-Aid for just a moment.
We got some Kool-Aid.
Hey, everybody out there. This is Max Starks with Premium Collection, dropping off some of our Kool-Aids. We have Red Dragon and Purple Passion, which is a grape. They're 200 milligrams, and we also offer 100 milligram. We're going to be introducing at the Cup this weekend our half a gallon.
Half a gallon?
Half a gallon, which is 500 milligrams.
500 milligrams.
500 milligrams for our half a gallon. Yeah, 500 milligrams for the half a gallon.
Have you ever chugged a whole gallon?
No. I'm actually the crazy part about the whole thing is I'm diabetic, so we're working on a sugar-free version right now.
Just don't use aspartame, man. Use
no
honey
aspartame.
Or something
I
like
learned that
from
what's the governor? What was his name? Jesse Ventura. Yeah, he had a episode about that aspartame. We ain't gonna mess with that. But there's something called I think it's called Activia or something like that. It's supposed to be like a.
It makes you poop?
No, maybe we shouldn't mess with that one either.
There's a little jingle, isn't there?
Yeah. But we're gonna have to try something. Because we're working on some like gluten-free cookies. Sugar-free.
There's a need for people with specific dietary restrictions.
Yeah,
and that's great. Thank you. I mean, that's a need out there, so it's appreciated by those.
Website or a Facebook page?
Our Instagram is Premium Collection 420. Our website is premiummeds.org. We deliver up to an hour away. We have a location on 6 Mile in Glastonbury, 18353, which is open regular business hours, 10 to 5 every day, 12 to 5 on Sundays. And there's no delivery fee for our deliveries. We just have a minimal order amount. So.
I want to be a delivery driver.
What was that?
I said I want to be a delivery driver.
Oh yeah, man! It's a very exciting and adventurous.
I totally. We're gonna
job.
talk. We're gonna talk after this for sure.
Yeah, we experience.
You are an entrepreneur, man, and this whole emerging industry is for people just like you. And You are taking advantage of it, and that is much appreciated. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
I appreciate for having me on, man. All right,
No
everybody
problem.
have a great
Thank
night. Free the weed. Free the
weed. That's right. You know,
I'm
Secret
going to suck
Sesh.
this shit down right now. I'm thirsty, man.
Put it in your mouth.
You're sitting next to Ray, so don't say that too loudly.
Well, I meant his penis. Then after that, I'm going to get into this
You're going to get a
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid? Okay. Wow. Kind of ruins the taste of the Kool-Aid, though, I bet. You know, Secret Sesh is all about fun, but it's also about cannabis culture. And when you talk about culture, boy, the people and the activities and the radio programs. Razor Raher's been with a number of recording artists and bands, toured with the ICP. I believe Jamie Lowell just said the words, "Holy shit, that is good," about the Kool-Aid. That's right. Not the penis, the Kool-Aid. Because earlier there was a question about what he was going to eat first.
That tasted too good. I got to shake it up and find out where all the shitty tasting stuff is.
If you shake it more than twice. What's it? Yeah, all right.
You shake it more than twice.
That's right. So we've got vendors and different tables down here, and it's also a very funky vibe. We happen to be in a room, special room here. There are big leather samples on the wall, chrome bumpers from cars lining the walls. There's old 1950s records and memorabilia. What looks like a tiger skin shield directly from Africa. What an eclectic collection. What a fantastic place to have an event. I don't know how Secret Sesh finds these places, but, man, these guys are fantastic. Guys are fantastic. Now, of course, Secret Sesh is put on by the guys from Be Real Television's TV show featuring DJ Salam Rec tonight. I think we're going to have Salam on before long. Salam was on our radio program, another radio program Jamie and I do called the Planet Green Trees program. He was on last night and had just a great thing.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but that's just the best fucking.
Okay.
Oh,
It's penis free, I understand. Yes.
that is the
Best penis-free fucking drink I've ever had.
Wow, this really is quite good.
It's great. Oh,
I wish there was video right now. First of all, because Ray's all hunky. But second of all, because this, you have a big smile on my face from taking a drink of this.
This is old school Kool-Aid right here.
Old school Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Jamie just said, "Holy shit,
Yep.
this is
vintage
old school
taste, but
Kool-Aid."
new product. Right.
Razor Ray's gonna step up to this red greatness.
Razor Ray. Here he comes. He's put his lips around it. He's sucking it back. He's lifting that jar like he knows what he's doing.
Taking a little bit in the eye.
Oh, he's swirling it around, getting the full effect.
Damn!
Yeah. That's a vote of approval right there.
That's delicious.
Mm.
Oh my god, that's good.
Hell yeah.
That's like
I
the
gotta hit
best
this.
red.
I gotta hit it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Fantastic.
EDP.
You know, at the High Times Cannabis Cup this year up in Clio, Michigan, Saturday and Sunday, they'll have over 200 vendors. There's got to be 30 or 40 vendors here tonight, too. It's fantastic, the amount of people that are showing up to support these particular events and also to advance the cause of small businesses in Michigan. Small businesses with a cannabis flavor.
Yeah, and you know what? We're seeing a lot of small businesses here tonight. People that are bringing their own entrepreneurial spirit with the whole idea of cannabis.
And it's more than just people selling dime bags in the parking lot, right? I
Right.
mean, it's real, honest-to-goodness stuff. We're talking about vaporizer companies, nutrient companies. There are a lot of folks here that represent retailers that are well-established retailers throughout the Metro Detroit area, and maybe even some from outstate, too. That's a strong footprint for our community.
And it tastes good.
Rick will be right back.
Rick's got to go poop.
He had some open ass claps as he was walking out. He abruptly decided to get up and move away from us.
That was crazy.
He did say he'll be back. Well, that is yet to be seen. He left us with the Kool-Aid. That's always a
wonder what happened
positive
with
for
Rick.
us, more for the rest of us.
What happened with
We're
Rick?
going to have to
Oh my
wait
God,
to
that's
find out
dramatic.
because if we want to continue to broadcast, we have to stay right here, or at least I have to stay right here at the very least.
I'll hang out
So I'm
here.
hoping that you're going to stay
I'll hang
here
out
with
here
me.
with you, buddy. Hey, let
And
me
we
hit-
are
let me hit some of
expecting-
this Kool-Aid.
Yep, we'll report
Dude, I'm drinking this
more
and I'm
thoroughly
feeling
on the
more
Kool-Aid
high.
as we go along.
I'm gonna go with the red one more time.
Yep, and
It's cherry.
we
It's
will
cherry.
get to some of the celebrities who are participating in tonight's event and those who created the Secret Sesh. They are busy addressing the crowd. They've been giving away free things to the participants here. All of the VIP tickets sold out. There were several swag bags for people. I know they contain things like joints, and coupons and T-shirts, and I think people got their money's worth.
You know, I'm seeing a lot of people on those little cool little motorized scooter carts.
They're like that people mover, thing, but without any of the handrails and stuff like that. They just kind of intuitively move around on those things, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They are
People
very
moving
cool.
Around.
Like.
It's almost like all the hipster kids are sporting those now.
Well, this is
a
nice warehouse. There's a lot of open space. There's a very level, smooth concrete floor, perfect for something like that. And so I'm sure they put two and two together and thought, that's how I will get around here tonight.
Exactly. And I'll be 2 feet taller.
And that's what they're doing.
And I'll be able to just put my
Rick is re-entering the room. It appears as though
oh my God,
he has cut the sleeves off his shirt. I don't remember him leaving.
He looks like he's beating people up.
Simulating into the crowd here.
Oh, he looks like he's fucking.
And there's another one of these things. Those things are cool. Can you come tell us about this thing?
Can you tell us about your fucking awesome ride? What is it called?
Hey. Come on. Get him on the mic.
Get off the pipe and get on the mic.
This is I call it an electric scooter. Or a hoverboard.
It looks just like you're hovering around on the floor on a skateboard. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I have fun with this. I go to the supermarket. I walk my dog. Go to the bank.
Looks
shopping.
like your dog could probably walk you. It's got wheels on that thing, so it seems really awesome.
I'm breaking a sweat over here.
This wide open space.
Thank you very much.
For that thing. And are you able to take this to a lot of places, or are you limited to where you can use it?
I can almost take it anywhere.
Have you thought about being perhaps the first person on that to go across country with it?
To go cross country? I wouldn't mind. That'd be a fun adventure. I'm a photographer, so I would have fun doing that. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, I need to get one so we can do this and just break this record. Has it even been set yet?
No, you will set the record when you go to do it. No, I've seen a few people using those. Those things just look really cool. We were talking about them, and I'm glad you came by to be able to let us know what those actually are. Thank you very much. They look like a lot of fun. Are they very expensive?
They're all from China. On the chair.
They are all from China.
The best price, if you want to get the best price, they'll give you all.
Buy them off of Amazon.com, and they'll be out.
I'm on the radio.
Hey, so in our vicinity right now is Greg Pulowski from True Labs and Adam Brook, legendary activist and advocate, and former, for about 20-plus years, the MC of Hash Bash, is here with us tonight.
He's on the board of directors of Michigan Normal. He does so many other things. He's an entrepreneur. Let me give the microphone to
the Kool-Aid Man's hanging
first
around.
to Greg to say hi, and
This
then we'll get to
shit is
Adam.
good. Hey!
Yes. Hang on a second. We're going to get Greg on the microphone here.
Good evening. Good evening. How's
Hey, hang
everybody
out for
this
a
evening?
second, man. We'll get you on for sure. You bring your guitar?
Ray, Jamie, how you guys doing?
There you go, Greg.
Doing well. Yeah, this is pretty hardcore.
Greg, Secret Sesh, pretty great, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. This guy's riding around here with this little, I don't know, it's kind of like the wheelie little thing.
Like
man.
a
It's little
hoverboard,
wheel.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
really cool, man.
Yeah, we just had him on the radio not that long ago, just a second ago. So.
Yeah, what's it? I don't know. Unfortunately, I forget his name.
I don't know. He's a photographer. He wants to take it across country. We thought it was cool.
There you go.
Excellent. Adam, jump on the mic. Hey, look, again, more of the celebrities that we have here at Secret Sesh.
Yeah, this thing's pretty amazing.
It's a great number of vendors here. It's an awesome venue. I'm sitting right below a pair of what I'm guessing are moose antlers because they have the big paddles on them. We're in the middle of Detroit, guys. The building's falling around, and there's moose antlers on the ceiling. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is a cool little room that we're in here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Car fenders, chrome, beautiful women. It's a good combo. Excellent. And Greg.
Nothing like
Beautiful women plus Greg.
nothing like car fenders and beautiful women.
That's it. Yeah, it's Detroit. That's what made us great, baby.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with what I see here with these these people. I mean, there's a few hundred people here.
Mm-hmm. And it's still an early night.
Oh yeah,
It's Friday in Detroit.
right. This thing will go late.
Right. Yep. I haven't even seen any cars burning yet, so we still got a long ways to go before midnight.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Look, just tons of people here. A nice venue. But more importantly, though, it's another opportunity for national attention to be paid to the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan in a positive way relating to cannabis.
Well, yeah, and that's the cool thing about Detroit right now is that it's ripe for events like this because we can bring hundreds or thousands of people to events in the city of Detroit, and they all spend money here.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
You know, it requires space. And space requires no neighbors. And Detroit is perfect because there's large pieces of land that, like this, you know, are in a neighborhood where you can park enough cars that you can put a few hundred people in a building. It's perfect.
They have often said that you could fit the cities of Boston and Philadelphia both within the borders of Detroit with room to spare. But our population is about equal to one of those two cities. So what Adam's saying is perfectly correct. We got lots of extra space in the city, wonderful locations, and this building is solid. It's not like we're in a place that's falling down.
Oh, no. And the cool thing is that, you know, I mean, right now Detroit's famous for the streets and streets of burned out, falling down buildings. But that's old news because if you drive through now, a lot of those buildings are gone and those lots are owned and maintained, and I know people that own 3-4 lots up and down the block around their house. And, you know, you can have a neighborhood now that has, a third as many houses, but the people are proactive in living in that neighborhood, and it's nicer than it's ever been. So it's amazing when you have, 100-year-old houses that are in good shape. You know, you drive around the neighborhood we're in now, and it's kind of nice down here.
Now, of course, I traveled through some neighborhoods that weren't necessarily so great. Greg, if you don't mind, I know that there's some confusion right now in the city of Detroit about policies regarding marijuana, and there's some pending ordinances and things that have been brewing for a while that might impact communities like the one that we're in or the ones that we've driven through to get here. Can you tell us a little bit about what might be ahead for the city of Detroit with marijuana and maybe the future of secret sessions to come?
Yeah, recently, well, not recently, but there's been more and more provisional center dispensaries opening up in Detroit, and it's well over 80 plus right now, and more and more are coming online. And the mayor's office had commented that it's at an absurd level right now, and he's asking city council to create an ordinance for medical marijuana for businesses and that type of things. And anyway, Councilman Tate is in charge of that. Him and his staff are working on language right now. The enforcement departments, or the departments that would be used for enforcement of the ordinance, had met last week, and they're going over the language of the ordinance right now. City Council is on recess. When they come back, there should be a somewhat finalized or rough draft of the ordinance language, and then there'll be a work study group that will be assembled with interested parties from law enforcement, other departments of Detroit, community activists, and other nonprofit organizations that have input into this language. And then we'll go ahead and get that finalized and then submit it to the city council.
Greg, thanks so much for giving us that update, but also thanks for keeping yourself involved in the inner workings of a city that you live in, the city of Detroit, one that is so crucial for the way that things go here in the state.
Absolutely. I love Detroit.
Greg and Adam, let's see if we can just get a website or any way for people to contact you or any of the organizations you're associated with.
Let's see here. Michigan Normal, Motor City Normal as well. Facebook page, website would be michigannormal.com or .org. Americans for Safe Access, Michigan State Chapter. Go to that website, join, become a member. If you live in Detroit or the Oakland, Wayne, or Oakland County, join Motor City Normal. We meet every second Monday of each month at 2930 East Jefferson at Cannabis Council from 7 o'clock until about 8:30 or so. Politics, activism, get out the signatures, get out the vote, sign a petition, MichiganLegalize.com.
Thank you, Greg. And Adam, what do you got for us?
Yeah, well, first I would like to say with this Detroit ordinance that it's important that people get involved. I would argue that this ordinance being written by Councilman Tate, who is a former police officer, is just as bad as if I were to be the one writing the ordinance, of course, in another direction. So it's important that people with our view get involved and let these folks know, because I guarantee you, if, and I'll always refer to him as Officer Tate, if Officer Tate was here tonight, he would be shocked at what he saw. He'd be offended because he'd think it was criminal. And then when he actually realized who these people are, what's going on, how they do it, what they do, why they do, I think he would be impressed. But, of course, he would never allow that to happen because it's too easy to have your opinion changed.
The wrong set of eyes on any event can sometimes change an opinion. You're absolutely right.
Right. And I will say that, he's a good guy. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. But that's okay. But if...
talking about Rick? I'm sorry, it was a bit.
No, not Rick Thompson.
No.
That's been said about me before.
You'll never get me on that one publicly.
Yep.
So I will say this. Detroit is ripe for political activism.
I think you're right.
And they're interested in people's opinion because, again, they really don't have one of their own. So the more people that show up, the better.
Fantastic.
But if you need to get a hold of me, I'm pretty easy. I have a Googleable name, so you can always type me into Google.
Adam L. Brook.
And hashbash.com, you can get me through that. And if you stand out on the street corner and wave a bag of weed, I might drive by and pick it up. So that's another way to get me.
Great Detroit Deb wore shirt too, Adam.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you.
Appreciate you guys stopping by.
Take care. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Jamie.
Yeah, so we have Justin James Bridges, sometimes known as the Mad Dabber, 710.
How y'all doing, everybody?
And I just want to, I'd like you to explain a little bit about what you're doing and your experience with the High Times Cups and that type of stuff. But I also want to give a brief overview of my experience with you. And I met you just about a year ago, a little over a year ago now, because it was at the last Michigan Cannabis Cup. And we're doing the normal kind of activity that takes place at such a thing, and found ourselves with a group of people hanging out in a hotel room. And at that time, you were in a wheelchair.
That's right.
You were playing guitar. It sounded great. Singing, having a great time.
Great positive attitude.
Getting in and out of the chair, dealing with it, telling us your story, which, of course, is tragic. You were disregarded, and you can get into that if you'd like to in a minute. But I go to the Denver Cup this year and happen to graciously cross paths with you, and you are not in a wheelchair anymore. You are walking around.
That's right.
As you walked into the room tonight, and it's really awesome to see you. And
thank you very much.
so let us know a little bit about your testimonial and about what you're doing at the High Times Cup.
All right. Well, I stopped using my wheelchair back in March of this year. The first week of March was the last time I used my wheelchair. And, I've been using nothing but medical cannabis and massage therapy for the past 2.5 years now. And I was the interpreter for the deaf at Occupy Portland, and when the police came through to clear out the camp, they attacked me. And that's what left me in the wheelchair. And I was unable to move my right arm for 6.5 months. I play guitar for a living. So it made things a little difficult. But been using massage therapy and medical cannabis, and just been finding what works for me. And I started getting more and more feeling back in my leg, and then started getting to where I could actually stand up. And now I'm walking with a cane, and I'm actually starting to take some steps without the cane. So
being an interpreter for the deaf requires both hands and a lot of dexterity. Are you able to bounce back from that? Are you up to snuff again?
I'm able to sign, but I can't sign for long enough to interpret. So
Yep.
Unfortunately, that still affects me. I can still play guitar. Yeah, I can definitely play guitar. My hand is working great. I'm not publicly releasing the news yet, but I just got some really big news. I'm going to be recording with a very, very amazing producer, hopefully by the end of this year. So, got a bunch of things coming that are really good. But
Outstanding. And where can people get a hold of you or learn more about your particular story? I know you've been written up on.
Yeah, you can find me. I'm pretty easy to find. Justin James Bridges. If you Google that, I'm pretty easy to find. I'm writing now for 1000 Watts Magazine, so that's what I'm doing at the Cup. I'm actually covering the Cup for 1000 Watts.
Great.
And having a good old time, seeing some friends.
Is that an internet publication or is that a print pub?
They're both.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And so they're based out of Boston.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Your hat will help people identify where you're at in a crowd, too. It's a great piece with a bunch of wonderful pins on it. And, the more events you get to, the more of those cannabis-related pins you're going to get.
Yeah, I had to trade in the other hat because it got to about 15 pounds from all the pins. And so I got a new one. This one's a little taller.
Mm-hmm.
But
so you can get 20 pounds.
No. I'm from Texas originally, actually.
Notice all the dabbing paraphernalia on the hat.
I am the Mad Dabber.
Did you make it to the? Did you make it to the California Cups or any Cups in between since the last time I've seen you?
I made it to San Bernardino. I was in Seattle last year. Unfortunately, I missed out on Amsterdam last year.
How about Jamaica this year? You're planning to
I
go?
will be in Jamaica this year.
Yeah, baby.
Y'all can find me in Jamaica.
High Times Cannabis Cup in JA.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time.
Good stuff. I know a lot of folks are going. Thanks for stopping by. Wonderful interview.
Definitely.
Appreciate it. And I know, standing next to another guitar player, Razor Ray, right there. So
all right.
At some point, perhaps we might get a little musical interlude tonight, even though it's only a 1-hour show, and we're gonna have about half.
Rigging. We weren't sure about electricity.
Ray always carries his rig with him. It's attached. So
All right.
Here we go. Adam from Secret Sesh is here. Yeah. Come on, get on the radio.
Thanks, man.
I cannot believe how cool those little hoverboard things are. He's not even working hard, and it's already out.
What? Full Melt? I love Full Melt. Where's it at?
You were on our show last night on Planet Green Trees, and now you're on Full Melt too. Tonight.
What? How many shows y'all got? Damn.
We are badass.
That's out of control. Nice meeting you guys in real life.
Rick Thompson.
Adam, here, let's bam. Damn, let's do it like that.
Get it right.
Jamie, Rick, Razor. We met earlier.
Yes.
What? Justin James, you gave up your mic for me. Who get? Mad Dabber 710. What? Got the 710 jacket, the crazy top hat with the pins.
So you told our audience last night about why you chose Detroit and why you're here. Tell this new audience exactly the same thing. What's up? How come?
What? Because the Cannabis Cup is tomorrow and Sunday, and we're in town, and Detroit invited us. Detroit Mile High, and I am Detroit, and the whole Detroit family brought us out here and said, yo, you should also do the Secret Sesh in Detroit. And I said, I don't know, man. Rumor on the street is Detroit's kind of tough, and people warned me about them streets, and especially where this event's going to be held. I was like, it's all good. I told I was in good hands, and everyone said it's all kosher. And, me being a delicate dude from the valley, I was like, let's make it happen, and here we are. You guys having a fun time?
We are. Watch out, though. Those are all witchcraft candles over there. They could melt those and create a cast image of you.
What
Watch
the
out.
fuck? I'm out of here. No, I'm just playing.
Let's fix that image of Detroit. We're not soft.
Yep. Hey.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
and we really appreciate it because a lot of proceeds are going to go to MI Legalize, our legalization effort for 2016. So we appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Those are the
right,
petitions for.
Yep. That was a really big organ donor card.
Third
You're
Coast.
screwed, man.
That's my dispensary in Ypsilanti. Yeah. You did a great job, man. Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
If you're going to remember one, that's a good one to remember. No.
That's okay. You're the man. We'll dub it in. That's right. I just like to get high.
We just like to get high, too. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks for coming around.
Adam, everybody.
Excellent. Again, a chill place. What a great room, huh? Check this out. See the moose antlers?
Too bad it's not visual. Look, I'm talking into my mic. Too bad it's not visual. This is just a podcast. It's audio. That's great because you guys have an amazing set. Look at these books behind you. Just literature upon literature.
Paint by numbers.
An
old school paint
way
by
better
numbers.
Than our
That is
normal
awesome.
studio, yeah.
Yeah, where's that
Somebody's basement.
at? Yeah, that's kind of what this looks like.
Yeah.
A cool guy's basement. Yeah, Henry Ford's basement.
And this is the smallest little portable radio broadcast unit that we put together here for tonight. It works great, though.
It's beautiful. You got a great engineer here. You got the best compact portable set.
Yeah.
The mixer, the headphone amp, got it going on, just cracking.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Steve Green for the assist on the
Full Melt
equipment
Radio.
and the tech advice too. So Full Melt, he's normally the host. He's up in Cannabis Council or Cannabis Cup country already, stuck up in Clio. That's why we're doing his
We'll be
broadcast
broadcasting all weekend from the Cup.
Oh, I'm over there too. I actually in Flint, but Clyde was there earlier setting up the booth.
Yeah.
And don't forget, get high with the cop tomorrow.
All right, so
We're
this
gonna hire
audience,
with a state police officer
Yep.
in a vehicle, right?
this
Yeah,
audience
all right.
doesn't know that there's a retired state police officer going to have an actual state cop car there. You can sit in the front seat and smoke blunts
do
with
a
the
dab
badass.
with the officer.
Front seat, back seat, outside of it, ghost ride it. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you can hang out with him and get high. Pass him the rigs, the joints, whatever you want.
Now that is a photo opportunity
That's a nice
not
day.
to be missed.
And all proceeds are going to the Adopt a Prisoner challenge, where all the money's going to books on non-violent criminals, I do that in quotes, that are in jail, locked up for non-violent crimes, that are in there for marijuana.
Great charity.
offenses.
Great
Yeah,
cause.
So it's all going on their books so they can eat and get their necessities.
Is there a website people can learn more about that?
Yeah, but I'm high and I don't know it right
Excellent. www.iambaked.com. Yeah.
now. Give him a great plug.
If somebody didn't
And
already have that website, it's gone
And the
now.
reason we want MI legalized to pass is so that the police can worry about more of the dangerous criminals and not the nonviolent criminals, and we don't need to
Yeah.
fill our prisons with those people anymore and not do anything for
It's
society.
easier for them to have a bunch of us in there because we're just really cool and we chill out and we don't fight the system like whatever, dude. I just want to get out and go home and see my friends and family and kids. Y'all be fucking with me over some bullshit and it's fine. I'm not gonna fight. Instead of having some crazy ass motherfuckers in there that are fuck the system, they don't want to deal with that shit daily. They're like, fuck it, nah. Y'all can stay on the streets.
We
and
just
keep-
shoot those people when
yeah,
they get the chance.
keep
Yeah.
fucking each other up, and then we'll have these cool ass motherfuckers in there so our bosses get paid.
Hell
They,
yeah.
they let that weed come in, so people smoke it while they're incarcerated, so they keep more mellow while they're there. It's all a big plan, isn't it?
Flying in them drones, drone drops,
Oh, drone drops over the barbed wire. That's one I haven't heard yet.
golden showers, dropping slabs into the fucking golden slabs, bringing golden showers to the pen near you.
I have a big visual of golden showers over a penitentiary, but it's not the same one you're having.
Oh yeah, Jared's gonna feel those. Yeah, Jared.
Oh, no. I went to public school in Flint. I know what you mean. All right, so
I'm here taking up time. I'll let y'all go. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, man.
it's awesome. Thanks. Get Salam to come
We
on
will
over.
see you at the Cup this weekend. Most of us will be there as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
I'll be rolling around.
All right.
That is cool as hell.
Literally.
Hey, man, the Speedway will be awesome for that thing, man.
Today.
Yeah.
Race.
All right, that makes sense, man. That looks like a lot of fun. Hoverboard, yeah.
Peace. Yes. Michael J. Fox is dying right now.
And the Mad Dabber has sauntered off. And to use
Those
the phone.
are hoverboards, I swear to God. You can't even see the wheels. And the LED lights on it make it seem even more futuristic.
And
Wow.
the Cup is being held at a speedway in Clio, and that smooth surface outside on that thing looks like it's a good combination, too.
I can't wait to see him on the bank. Turns, oh, he fell over because it's too big of a bank. Oh, no.
Aren't there commercials and shit like that Steve has programmed into this? or-
Normally there would be. However, we're not using the shell today because we had difficulties with reviewing it, and we didn't want to talk over the commercials because that would be unprofessional. So we're doing it without the shell, just a straight out 1 hour, no background voices, no background music, just us.
Just relying on our own skills and wit and sense of mere existence
Girth was the
to
magic
get
word.
us through.
Yes. All right. Girth is the word that you heard. All right. So we're going to look for a couple more people to talk to here at Secret Sesh. I guess the cool thing to remember is that the High Times Cannabis Cup is an hour and 15 minutes away, and it still spawned this great party here in Detroit. Now, a couple parties more close to the Cup location, but boy, I'm pretty sure there's nothing indoors the way that this is going down. Green
Yeah.
lights and all kinds of people.
You know what? And they all have, I'm sure, a nice crowd going on at each one of them, and everybody's being satisfied in their own way and
Absolutely.
on their pre-cup experience. they're expecting about 6,000 people at the Cup this weekend, and they're all hanging out, doing something the night before, and this is part of it. And the two Clio events are part of it, and I'm sure there's other stuff going on, too. I'm sure some hotels are hopping around there and some campgrounds and what have you.
These are great examples of how our community comes together for charities, too, because these parties are more than just gatherings. They're charitable events. As you mentioned, this event, Secret Sesh in Detroit, benefits MI Legalize. One of the two sessions up north that we talked about will benefit Michigan Normal and also MI Legalize, too. So our community's showing up to open their wallets a little bit and give back to make sure that we ensure a better place for our kids to grow up in.
It'd be nice if we get a nice little chunk of change during all of our efforts this weekend, plus selling T-shirts and other items for MI Legalize. And we still have matching funds until August 26th, www.milegalize.com. Everything's matched up to $50,000. We're going to try to make a big push this weekend because we were just days away from that deadline. And I know we have a little bit in, but we need a nice little push here at the end, and one of these things could help us out.
That $50,000 matching fund pledge comes on the heels of a $100,000 matching funds pledge, which MI Legalize successfully completed. We did raise $100,000, and it was matched. We've done a great job of collecting petitions, and that's why we need to continue that drive forward. That's why we're looking for support via volunteers, looking for support at events like Secret Sesh for people to collect petition signatures. The Third Coast Dispensary is doing that tonight. But also those financial contributions. Boy.
Hey, Bob Redden is running around with his clipboard getting signatures tonight, too. I mean, we're going to get another 100 signatures or so here tonight. There's no question, and that helps out.
Bob Redden, of course, is a kind of a famous figure here in Michigan medical marijuana lore. Probably the first person to get arrested under the new medical marijuana law, actually before it was even enacted. Bob's case spanned a period of almost 3 years, went up to flirt with the Supreme Court of the state of Michigan, and eventually was released and dismissed on a misdemeanor conviction, which is a non-reporting
which
thing.
He still could have gone in front of a jury and probably won, but after 4 or 5 years, and as we know, his longtime partner Tori, who was part of this case, spent the last 5 years of her life embroiled in the court system and having to deal with all the pressure and stress of that kind of stuff. And Bob was there, and when there was an opportunity just to put the thing at rest without getting a felony and not having a heavy fine, and he'd be able to use his medicine with no problems, he just took that and got out of it, and I think a lot of us should be able to understand that.
I certainly do. I'll tell you, one of the things that impressed me the most was Bob's composure during that entire time. Not only did Bob struggle with some health issues, family members struggled with health issues, as well as his partner in the charges, Tori Clark. Tori had cancer and multiple other problems as well. Bob was really a fantastic guy for the community, showed up at all the events. He could have hidden himself. He could have used any excuse to say, look, I can't be in the public eye. He didn't shy away from it. He took a lead activism role, and you always have to respect him. He'll go down in the history books for that.
And that turned him into an activist, and he's still out here today helping us out. And ever since then, he hasn't stopped. And they tried to. He was the first one to get something dismissed via Section 8 too, because there was not the registry program in place, as you mentioned, and he had to rely. Although he would have been in compliance under those
Section 4
parameters,
rules.
Section 4 parameters. He successfully, with I think the help of Matt Abel at the time, argued Section 8 defense, and the case was dismissed by the district court judge. But of course, being in Oakland County, it was appealed, and eventually he had to be batted back and forth between different courts until he was able to get that deal to stop it, and that took like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm. You know, Bob's a true warrior. There's an awful lot of people that have been jammed up in the criminal justice system. Even after the medical marijuana laws passed, Michigan struggles to find a comfort zone with the medical marijuana laws. Our legislature has proposed and then failed to enact changes for several years now that would have positively impacted the patient population. They were successful in making a couple of other changes that maybe weren't so positive in 2013. I guess the most important thing to remember about the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act is that it is a living document, changing all the time, not just through the legislature and not just through the action of the voters, but also by court cases. we just recently had Supreme Court cases in Hartwick, Tuttle, and Mazur, which changed the interpretation most prosecutors are going to use of medical marijuana law, Jamie.
Things are now definitive, and there's advantages and disadvantages to this ruling. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think circumstantially somebody is in a much better situation than they would have been without this ruling. And of course, now we at least have an opportunity to use a Section 8 defense, whereas under the Court of Appeals rulings in both of those cases, it was difficult to understand when and where it's applied and how you get there and what's necessary, and some of that was straightened out. And I think that will actually be a help for a lot of people in the long run. But just as an aside, Ray is still hanging out here with us, and I know that he has a radio show, and it's been kind of on hiatus just for a little bit. He's had a lot of stuff going on. He's been in and out of the state taking care of stuff. And they're thinking about ramping it back up again, I think, over on Cave Radio. Is that right?
Yeah, we're talking about some stuff going on, so, we'll just go from there because right now we're really baked, enjoying this incredible event. But yeah, Cave Radio fucking rocks.
Well, you've given us a forum lots of times on your show to get the message out about events coming up or about certain things going on, and just to discuss it in general and get to a different audience than we usually get. Of course, there's a lot of crossover. The people that want to listen to your show are artists, people who enjoy art, music, and entertainment of various kinds, and quite often these types of people are open to cannabis, and it's not a new thing, but to discuss it in certain ways is new for some of that crowd, and it's not like we're preaching to the choir in the way that we're used to, and we've appreciated being able to take new questions from people. And it looks like Rick has got a swag bag. And
swag bag,
so this is what the people have gotten who paid the $75 VIP. So now they're here. The general admission is normally $25. There's T-shirts associated with this. I'm wearing one, I think, that a lot of people got with these things. There's a vape situation here with an entire set with charger and a couple of cartridges and the battery. There's a few pre-rolled joints in here in doob tubes. There's some stickers. There are some rolling papers. There's some wax
that
containers.
That is such an awesome fucking gift bag.
Like I said, some T-shirts.
How do you feel? Don't you feel good?
A lot of these people are going to get to hang out with Adam and DJ Salam.
Swaggy.
And do some dabs and things like that. And they get to hang out next to the area where the entertainment's going on. And so all things considered, everybody with a VIP ticket, I think, made out pretty well tonight.
Yeah.
And all of the VIP tickets were sold out. But we did continuously advertise this event as benefiting MI Legalized. So also, when somebody went to go get their VIP ticket, they knew that some of those proceeds were going to go to help out the campaign as well as get all this great stuff. So I'm happy for those people who did that and appreciative of it. And I think it's a win-win for everybody here. This is really cool. I mean, we're going to get around the corner here after this broadcast and see how the crowd has been shaken out, since we got started. But, man, this whole area up to the stage and all the way down the line where the vendors are and where people have been piling in just is packed, and smoke is filling the room, and
beautiful, man. It's
lots of fun and
walking around, checking out the vendors.
Happiness is going on out there right now.
No conflict, no alcohol-related issues. There's no pumping. There's no pushing. It's a really chill crowd.
So laid back.
That's right.
Everybody here is having such a great time.
That's how we are.
Laid back.
Right. Yep. We even break the rotation once in a while, and no one freaks out. It's
right.
Cool.
When somebody cuts in, it's like, oh, that's cool, brother.
Yep. No. What a great deal. And the music is pretty pumping too. I mean, DJ Salam. He's fantastic.
Yep, he's a legend.
You know what? I can't hear, so I might be talking over Ray here for a quick second, and I want Ray to chime in when I'm done, because I believe Ray already knows DJ Salam Rec.
I do.
And DJ Salam Rec has been with D12, Snoop Dogg. He now plays with Be Real. He's on the Dr. Green Thumb show with Adam, who we just heard from a little while ago. He is the host, along with Adam and Tim, of Secret Sesh. And Adam brought up another band that Salam Rec is working with. I don't remember it from last night when he was doing the radio show. I wish I could, but it sounded like another well-known or up-and-coming act, and this guy just seems to be right on to get jobs like that one after another, and the fact that he's here right now playing music for us is pretty special.
Absolutely. Fucking sending the vibrations on just nice and right.
And Ray, what is your affiliation or background with DJ? Don't you have some interesting story for us?
I met DJ Salam back when I was doing some guitar work for the late great Proof. Rest in peace. Proof had me come on over. I was doing actually what happened from there is that I met Proof doing a guitar track with him and White Boy Rick and Paradigm. Kid Rock's DJ. And so it was from that experience, recording session is where Proof was like, yo, man, you got to get on my shit. I'm like, for sure, let's do it. So I went over to his studio and met him, did some studio shit for him and Bizarre. So that was my experience of working with the whole D12 camp. And we were looking at doing something cool. Like, yeah, man, got to get you rapping on some heavy shit that I got. And obviously none of that happened. Rest in peace, brother. But, yeah.
Now, have you run across Salam since you've been here?
You know what? I have not seen him yet.
Yeah, he's the first person I saw when I walked in, and he gave me this shirt that I'm wearing right now.
That's badass. So
and a lot of people have this shirt, and
I need to get one.
And this, yeah, and the Secret Sesh Squad, and this was one of the giveaways tonight to a lot of people. And this whole phenomena of Secret Sesh that's been taking place over the last year just has really taken off. We put this event together in like 3 weeks, and you can't really do that and pack a room unless it's something special enough, or unless there's a nice foundation built already and a following.
Exactly.
And these guys have put that
all
together.
Your friends on your Facebook page and Twitter account that are like, "Yep, I'm going."
Social media was used. I joined Instagram for the first time, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm finding out that a lot of our people are there and not as much on Facebook, or at least an extended amount of people are there than are on Facebook. And a whole new crowd, and I'm having a fun time building my page, or I don't even know what it's called,
right?
but I'm having a fun time with it and putting pictures on there and interacting with people like-minded and promoting this show. It was great.
It's fucking awesome. That's what I like about it.
Detroit at night can be an exciting place. Not a place necessarily for the faint of heart, but when you know where you're going, when you're surrounded by good people, it can be the best. Absolutely the best.
There is no question that tonight is a success, and we never know what's going to happen when we do something. Oftentimes we do something in the medical marijuana community with an event, and we might get some mild success, but hitting a home run doesn't typically happen. It has to be things like the Cup and Hash Bash and Monroe Street Fair to really rely on this gathering happening in a magnitude of thousands of people, and having the kind of interchanges that we really want to have for like an industry kind of a weekend. But put this thing together, it all just kind of lined up. And tonight, I think, is a bona fide
fucking
success.
good times tonight. I'd say a lot of people are getting aware.
And we're going to help out.
What
I
is
might
going
legalize a little bit with the proceeds. And, of course, I'm not sure Rick was successful, but he went out kind of looking for the owner of the building who was a part of this formula, because without her participation and understanding of what's going on here and desire to want to help create better policy for cannabis, and a lot of people, and I don't believe she's even interested or has a direct concern about cannabis itself. I think it's just making more sense and putting our resources in the right direction, having freedom and looking at things in a more sensible manner. And she's helping out by doing that, by offering up her space in this way. And I think we're paying for it a little bit, but she was really reasonable as far as that goes, and very accommodating. And we can't do stuff like this and move forward without the people who own the buildings helping us out too.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Oh, Rick.
And Rick has
Wolf.
re-entered with some more swag. It looks like some stickers. Green Wolf.
Let's get some Green Wolf. That's
Where are they located?
I don't know, but I'm
I
gonna
wonder
go
if they
there
are
and find
Detroit
out.
dispensary. Yeah, most of them are here. And man, there are a lot in Detroit, but there are a lot of great ones. I mean, I have not even been in a particularly horrible one in Detroit, but
Yeah,
I've been in some amazing ones at the same time. And Rick is saying that he has, and so he's going to tell us who exactly they are and where they're located. Here we go.
No, I'm actually not going to do that. I
Okay.
do not want to be shot. The thing is, everybody has a different standard of what's a good dispensary, what's a good distribution center. And my standard's pretty high because I want to make sure people have an opportunity for privacy, that they have a chance to have a private consultation with someone who's educated, not just, a girl with large boobs and a pretty smile who says, Pineapple Express in a way that makes you get excited. So
Not just.
no, right, exactly. That's a bonus, right?
That's a boner.
I have a pretty high standard. So some of the places here are serviceable, but maybe not up to my standard. So, a lot of the places in Detroit are very good. Nature's Alt, what a great bunch of guys there. Same thing, Helping Hands, too. Big centers that have very modern facilities, modern equipment. Of course, Michigan Alternative has a wonderful place on Woodward Avenue. Yep, Mind Right's a good one, too.
Right.
Eastside Alternative on Mack Avenue, too. It's a center that used to be a center of mine, Big Daddy's on the east side, too. Actually, Rick Ferris and Sue Ferris happen to be involved in the Big Daddy's management, too. But
Because my connection with Act Labs, I went around with one of the partners to several places in Detroit a few months ago. And I was quite impressed by most places I went to, and I was happy that the people have around there. I know it's a high populated area, and you need more of them, but it was really nice to see that kind of activity taking place, and knowing that we're pushing the envelope and we're going to get there. Now, of course, we've got some stuff going on in the legislature that we don't really find to be as conducive as what we were originally trying to get through, and we're dealing with that right now, too, and how that's going to affect all this activity.
Just so everyone has a visual, Jamie Lowell is the only one now who does not have part of his chest bare and exposed to the public now. Right? Razor Ray stripped off his shirt, flexing for the girls that are watching.
Are you considering your sleeveless shirt exposing your chest?
I have some hair sticking out through the armhole right there. See?
Let's just see the nipple real quick. You went far. Look, there's the entire nipple. Okay.
Showing the crowd.
Yeah.
Menudo,
the
yes.
crowd, the room is clearing now. Nobody is in the room at the moment after Rick's exposure.
The moose antlers are curling up in disgust. It's not a good picture. So, look, we're down to just a couple of minutes left. I hear DJ Salam announcing the Mad Dabber up on stage in the background too. They've been doing a lot of celebrity recognition here at Secret Sesh. A lot of great folks have showed.
And that's another great thing about being here is that everybody's just fucking been so cool. Very, very friendly, very, very cool. I'm walking around, seeing people I haven't seen in a while.
These are nice, cool people. And they all
Are very
seem
friendly.
to have some kind of connection, and I'm trying to figure out what
They're all
that
very
is.
friendly.
What brings us all together here.
Like, somebody maybe went to school with or something like that, or kicked it in church with, I don't know.
Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. That's what brings us together.
Rick is guessing cannabis, and that's what I was alluding to. Good job, Rick. Right on. Very insightful.
THC there.
Very insightful.
Very
Cannabis was the secret word.
Secret Sesh.
And I have to admit, I am beginning to feel the Kool-Aid surging through my veins and into my head. I'm thinking that maybe another marijuana cigarette in conjunction with that would really help to ease the pain. And that should happen, and whoever has some papers and some cannabis should put those things together.
We got papers.
Make sure this happens before the end of the show so that the rest of the listening audience can experience this vicariously. And I'll turn the mic over to Rick while I play with myself for a minute.
Wow. Yeah, thanks for taking the microphone away from you while you're playing with yourself. That's good. Nice. Ray is actually doing it. He realized we didn't have the shell playing tonight, so we didn't have the right background music. So he's filling some shit in. Hey, that's a sailfish. There's like 2 huge sailfish. What the hell is that, by the way?
It's a nightmare.
That is not a carp.
That looks like a tuna.
That is not a.
That's a big ass tuna, bro.
That's a
looks like a tuna
fish, man.
Looks like a tuna.
I don't want to go swimming with that. It is not a river race.
I like the marlin though, but look at that fucking crazy looking fish. What kind of fish is that,
guys? Just talking
Ew.
again about Detroit. Here we are in
Here we are.
a wonderful place, Secret Sesh.
If you're not here in
a
Detroit, that's
in a
got
wonderful
to be too bad for
room.
you. Right now, it's good to be in Detroit.
You know, you just never know what you're going to find.
We open the fun. We're having a great time.
We opened the door to this place that was an industrial building on the outside, but inside,
having a blast.
Art City.
It's an incredible.
An old Victrola record player.
If you're
all
not
kinds
here,
of
I
stuff.
don't know who.
Here's our
or what you know.
Our event host. I'm going to go get it right now. Yeah.
Go get it. I don't really understand. Honestly, it seems like the weed has got me. I'm talking about shit. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm stoned as hell, and I'm fucking dumb. Yeah, I just fucking laid out a haiku, but it was a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer than a haiku.
Are you making a point? Because I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I did make a point somewhere in there, but it's also like I forgot.
I can't hear you right now.
So the point is lost.
I hope that you're not saying something that's really stupid.
Ow!
Hey, the
here comes-
owner of the building, who is graciously allowing us to be here, is entering the area, entering the room, and she is going to give us a moment of her time here.
We have to thank you for taking some time to be on the show. What's up? I'm Razor Ray.
I'm Rick Thompson, and we wanted to get you an opportunity to tell everybody listening in our audience exactly what having Secret Sesh here in your place means to you, and how eager you might be to have us back again.
Oh my God, I want you back tomorrow.
Me personally? Yeah, I just met you, but that's
We should
nice.
just come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
We should just stay the night.
Stay the night, please.
Okay, we're staying.
Plan. That's a plan.
Yeah.
So,
You got any
Secret
laundry?
Sesh, it's
Hold
been
on. You
exciting.
got any laundry detergent? Just some soap.
Laundry detergent and soap. I'm not sure why Razor Ray wants them. But in Detroit, you never want to...
I'm just saying if it's going to be a late night or early morning. Anyway.
Instead of talking into the microphone himself, Jamie wants to
it's
kibitz
just
us.
stupid here. A little
listen,
retarded.
Really, we do want to
retarded.
thank you for that. But tell us again who helped to bring Secret Sesh here and how this whole thing evolved.
Well, it was crazy. I actually just closed on all of these buildings last Monday, and on Wednesday or Thursday, someone was contacting me, asking me if they could use this building to do a Secret Sesh. And, you know, I was like, is that like a pop-up cannabis party?
And you said, yeah.
And then he's like, well, kind of. It's like really big and popular out in LA. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like, I'm totally down.
Great.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, I actually own a dispensary, too, with one of my best friends.
Which one?
It's, thank you. It is Alpha Wellness Center, located on Mac in East Warren. So we're border Grosse Pointe in Detroit.
Fantastic.
Good location.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
you're already down for the cause. That's wonderful.
Yep.
So really, this whole thing went down in just a couple of days, then.
It did. And, you know, I had to do a lot of stuff to help clear out the space. Because there was, when I purchased it, there's a lot of big sculptures and different things left behind from an art expo.
Mm-hmm.
But I made it happen because I was super excited to help host this event.
Well, you've done a great job. There'll be a ton of photos showing how cool this place is. I'm sure you'll get other offers for people that would like to rent it, too, in the future.
I actually already have.
Nice. See?
So, you know, I
See
met
how smart I
a
am?
lot of great people, yeah.
Right. Excellent.
The Indian artifacts.
I actually like how it's like the kickstart to the High Times Cannabis Cup,
Yep.
you know?
And we are just about at the end of our time. Thank you so much for joining us. And we just have seconds left, Jamie.
All proceeds help to benefit MI Legalize, our effort to legalize cannabis in Michigan 2016. So we thank you for your participation, helping to make that happen as well.
You're welcome.
Yep. And with about 30 seconds left, we have great timing. Just going to sign off for the Full Melt Radio Show. Razor Ray Reyes, Jamie Lowell, Rick Thompson. Enjoying Secret Sesh here. An hour straight with no breaks. I didn't even go to the bathroom, although we did have a couple of joints. Well, there's a lot of attractive women here I was chasing.
There it is. There it is.
That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks very much. Have a great evening.
Oh, my